afternoon, ma'am.
Very good afternoon. How are you, dear?
Yeah, feeling better. Not good because I was suffering from fever like last 1 week. So now it's feeling better little. Yeah. How about
So
you?
you are back to your normal routine now?
Yeah, I have started today itself. You are
Okay,
the
nice.
first one. Yeah.
Okay. So wonderful that way. I'm the first one to talk to you after getting well
Yeah.
at your end. So
Yeah.
Rajini, as you are familiar with my name, I'm Kavaljit. Actually, I'm Dr. Kavaljit Kaur. Doctor being because I'm doctorate in human genetics. I mean, I'm a science graduate. I have been a science graduate throughout. And I've been teaching for about 23, 24 years. So for the
Wow.
last 10 years, yeah, for the last 10 years, I'm in administration. So today I'm here just to want to have a chat with you.
That's great. That's pleasure for me to talk with you, to interact with you because of the social media, because of my YouTube channel. And I'm so happy, so excited to talk to you today. So now I guess you are in school, right? In college.
Yeah, I'm in college and at the moment sitting in my office because actually, uh, though I'm so much senior to you, but in spite of it, you people are doing really wonderful job on YouTube. And because we are on the same journey, so I actually didn't want to give it a miss, this chance. So I was so much enthusiastic and feeling energetic while you gave me the nod to have a session like this. So that way, though you just keep my credentials on one side, my age gap on one side, simply just keep one thing in your mind that we both are sailing in the same boat and we both are at the same level. So
No, ma'am. You,
I
you
would
are
like
you
to.
are far from me. You have a lot of experience, and now you are a principal in a college. So that's lovely. And I want to know about your journey, like your experience during pandemic first.
Experience in what context this
Like how
regarding
you
in
managed.
totality? In totality,
Uh-huh.
actually, I think, Miss Rajni, that was a terrific period for all of us.
Yeah.
Everybody has some kind of, association with some bad kind of experience we had at that time. Many of us, we lost some near and dear ones also. And it was a kind of horrible phase. Like for some time, the life had come to altogether stand still. It was not known what is going to happen the second moment when everyone was battling with vaccination and these injections and blah blah, all the medicines, and people were rushing here and there, and even though all the hospitals were decked up. So that was a very painful kind of environment also for all of us. But the good things have also come out of that phase. You may say COVID, we may take it as a blessing in disguise in a sense. Then people started focusing on themselves also, on their health. So COVID has made all of us very conscious about our health. And above that, people started exploring their potentials also. Like either they were so much stuck with their daily routines, but they got to know what are their inner potentials, what else mean other than normal routine they can do. People came into plantation, they started practicing yoga and gymming and walking, and some people came into writing, and people like us, they chose this YouTube platform also. We explored this front also to hone our speaking skills and kind of thing. So that was the period that happened to be this of this kind.
Yeah, and how did you manage like college? You are a principal, so it was really challenging for you to manage
For
classes and all.
during those periods, everything was shut for some time.
Yeah.
But after that, we realized that life is not going to happen this way because life means to go on. Nobody
Yeah.
knows what is in store for us, what is going to happen the next day. So that was the phase. I think during that phase, so many of the things popped up on YouTube. Then people, majority of the people came into online teaching at that very time. So that
Mm-hmm.
was the only choice left. So even the people who were not tuned, like I have never been techie. But that phase made every second person techie. People, they learned how to make their survival possible, because otherwise they were going to lose the jobs. And being an administrator, we had so many other responsibilities, because our institutions, the hostels, they were occupied by the administration to contain the people there. So that was a very challenging phase, because we were tackling with the administration higher ups, then we were answerable to the students, and we were to look after the students staying in the hostels, we were to vacate the hostels, then we were to encourage our staff to come into online teaching. So that was a very struggling phase. But in nutshell, so much of the good things came out of it also.
Yeah, you are saying right. I'm agree with you because during pandemic, I also found myself, and I, started living with myself for the longer period of time, like for 2 years. So I started doing yoga, meditation, and all that, and I got to know a lot about myself. And as you mentioned, people have started, reading books and working on their skills. And I got to know about, like, some people started cooking and they
Yeah.
didn't know before, okay, they can cook best, like, but I haven't tried cooking yet. So yeah, I'm very bad with this. But yeah, English, I have started English journey because at that time I was preparing for banking exam. So I
Mm.
started reading the Hindu newspaper and started taking classes. So from there I got little bit confidence in this, but not in speaking part. My speaking journey has started in August 2022. So now
Nice.
it's going good, I guess, and I'm just planning to do little better in this and become an advanced speaker. But I found like your English is fabulous. You are confident. Of course, you are confident because you are a principal, a lot of experience. But I want to know, like, what did you do for this level
To come up to this level.
in
So for
English? Like,
this communication, actually, Miss Rajani, I didn't do much because I've been on this platform just 4 months back at the maximum, 5 you may say. And you might have some idea that I belong to a totally Punjabi family. I live in Punjab. And
I love Punjab.
thank you, thank you. And in most of the Punjabi families, we don't have that kind of environment, even not at the workplace. Though I am the head of an institution, which is an institution of higher education, but basics are basic. The language English is confined to the either the to the paperwork, office work, or at the maximum for the teachers up to the classrooms. So once we
Yeah,
are out of the office or the room, we are back to our local language. So that way, and but this thing had always been in my mind, even when I was at your stage, when I was a student, and then I came into teaching. I always aspired to grow, Rajni. That's why I'm fascinated by youth like you. That's why I've started approaching people like you. I never hesitate. I always keep my credentials aside, because hesitation is something which never lets you grow.
exactly.
Initially, I faced, there was some conflict inside me. Of course, I also thought of how the people would say. And now, frankly, I have even started posting these kinds of videos in the group of my students. Like I hand over the stuff to my staff, and they then put up it into the students group, so that they must get to know what is the importance of this language. If their head or their teacher can do this thing at this very age, so they shouldn't hesitate. So far as my efforts in this field are concerned, although my English started very later, because my mom was a government school teacher and I used to go with my mom. Like it happens with every second student. Those who are battling at this very stage with the communication skill, this one lacuna had at the back has been kind of this kind of that they started learning English at a later stage in their schooling or the college time. And same thing happened to me, because I was a science graduate. Of course, medium of instruction was English, but again, the medium of instruction being medium of instruction as English doesn't mean you can become well versed with a language. Because, like, if science terminology is concerned, who is going to bother about the articles A or B? Nobody is going to bother. Nobody is going to point out that with has or had you use the third form, the verb, or the first or second form.
Mhm.
But this Lucknow was already, I was clear of this thing. And as I told you that I always aspire to grow. I'm this kind of person because I feel if you stop growing, your growth is associated with your learning. If you stop
Mhm.
learning, so that will bring a sort of stagnation in your life. And that is when it starts smelling foul. And I don't like that kind of life. But yeah, I restarted or not restarted, rather, actually, I started this journey just a couple of months back when I finally took this decision. And par chance, I was exploring on YouTube when I got to know that there are some platforms where you can have one-to-one sessions. And
Mhm.
Rajani, yeah, I got myself enrolled for few of these kinds of sessions, and it took me to come to this decision after so many. It took so long to come to that level that whether I should enroll myself. And initially, I didn't discuss with my family members, with not with my children also, with the same feeling that how they will take or what the people will think about. But
Mhm.
because I was to grow, I was to find out some partner, and that was not possible outside this world. Then I
Yeah.
admitted it, I committed it, and I took the step. So that way today I'm talking to you. This is the reason I approached you. I don't hesitate in approaching. And just a couple of weeks back, I realized, yeah, there are upcoming YouTubers who are doing a wonderful job. And they are openly talking to strangers, the people who are not known to them. So that way
Yeah.
today I'm here talking to you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And it this shows your generosity. And as you mentioned, I think in India, in every state, we use different our mother tongue when we don't in our office or in workplace. We use our native language, and in India, you know about diversity, so everyone speaks in their native language. So it is difficult first native and then come to Hindi and then come to English.
And
It is
yeah,
difficult for everyone. So, as you mentioned, everyone has their own story, like they face struggles. But when a person, even irrespective of their age, when they take this step, they can become automatically fluent in at any age. It's not a barrier to have like start in a young age and you cannot become fluent nice. So I guess you are an inspiration for us. Okay,
thank you.
and thank you so much for approaching me. Is there anything that you want to discuss with me or want to know?
You tell me about yourself because I have some idea that you are doing something with the Korean language. So
Mm-hmm.
I am too curious to know. People go for French, people go for Spanish. And
Mm-hmm.
for the first time, I have heard this thing. A young person like you, a girl, is into learning a Korean language. What is the specific reason for doing this language? Or just, yeah, I want to know about it.
uh, I think you haven't heard about this, but yeah, there are a lot of people from Punjab also. They were my friends there in
Okay,
JNU when I was doing my graduation in Korean language. So yeah, this is also like a language where you can get a lot of opportunities and you can work from home, freelancing, or you can pursue a degree from Korea too. Because my lots of my friends are there in Korea now, and I think five or six out of them are from Punjab itself. So yeah,
okay,
and why I did it, because it was really, honestly, it was just accidentally happened to me. I haven't thought about it, but I was just curious to do something different, something unique. That's why I just selected Korean language. And because of pandemic, I just came from there, like from JNU at home. Then it was a little difficult to go back there and to start again MA in Korean and all that. So now at that time, my parents were also a little worried about, like, if you do in a private sector, you can lose any time your private job and all that. So I have started preparing for banking, and then banking is not my cup of tea. I cannot do this 9 to 5 job and all. So I decided to like do something again, something new, something that I can pursue on my own. So I have started this journey, YouTube journey, and I am preparing now for topic exam. That is also in Korean. So
Okay.
after doing topic exam in Korean, that is test of proficiency in Korean. So I'll get I can work as a freelancer at home. So I prefer to work from home now because of, I guess, this tech journey. I guess online doing something, or everything. So this is all like it was happened accidentally. It wasn't a conscious decision.
Effort. This is it. Yeah,
Mhm.
okay. Literally, I was not aware of that people or the young boys and girls, they are after Korean language also. Because in Punjab, we have a trend of the youth migrating to first choice Canada, then Australia,
Canada, yeah.
then
Canada
third
is
can
actually
be,
Punjab for everyone.
yeah, yes, 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 definitely. And the Korean was a bit off the track for
Mm-hmm.
me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a kind of decision which in your case it happened accidentally, but otherwise it needs to be thoroughly worked out. Like you, I
Yeah.
just after talking to you, I got to know that there are avenues where you can work online while sitting in your native place, and you can
Mhm.
have these kinds of options or choices with you. So
Mhm.
that way, Rajni, you are done with your education. It's complete.
Yeah, I have done my graduation. Now I'm planning to do my master's in English literature. Because now I'm working on that.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I have talked to some other YouTubers also, and the crux of those conversations has come up like because of the YouTube, maybe they aspire to become motivational speakers in
Mm-hmm.
life. Do you also intend to be a motivational speaker? Would you like to choose this line as a means of your living in future or as a
Yeah,
hobby?
yeah. I'm feeling. I was thinking before, but I don't know yet. And I'm planning to start a podcast also on my channel. So let's see how it will go.
Nice, good. Great going, Rajni. I'm quite inspired the way you are going and your channel is picking up and the way your language is also picking up. Though I don't spend much of the time because of my schedules, much time on YouTube. But
Mm-hmm.
whenever I do surfing, I never give it a miss. Suppose it's your channel, though I stay there for just 4 minutes, 5 minutes, but I would definitely like to know what kind of conversation is going on, in what direction it is going on. So I have started. So initially, I would listen to the famous motivational speakers, but now I have started listening to you people also, the upcoming YouTubers, because they have novel ideas and they have freshness in their thoughts, in their ways, in their thinking. So that also fascinates me a lot to know more and more and more about the way youth they are exploring the world. So that's a
Yeah,
great
yeah.
opportunity.
I can see the enthusiasm on your face. And thank you so much, ma'am, for approaching me, for connecting to me. It's pleasure talking to you.
Same here.
And
Yeah.
yeah, and may I know like where you are taking sessions on which platform?
I had taken sessions on Clepingo initially. Now I have started on English Yari. And only
Mm-hmm.
I got to know from you people only. So
Okay.
not taken much sessions again because of my schedule at the moment I'm talking to you while sitting in my office, but definitely I want to continue with it because actually how long we can go for frankly speaking the paid sessions, reason
Mm-hmm.
being learning is a constant process and that not a constant process in the sense you learn it, you practice it. Practice is very important.
Yeah.
And suppose we go along with the sessions, paid sessions for 6 months, for a year, and if that thing is not being brought into the practice, after some time, will everything will come back to square one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
important thing is so that way this is a good way, like talking to each other. The learner talks to a learner. So I'm
Yeah.
quite impressed with these ideas because in this way we can go a long way, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to think that I have to subscribe and I have to go for some that kind of stuff. And moreover, this I'm like while talking to you, it's not only honing my skills. I love to know about the people, the kind of people they are, and the kind of new avenues and how the you because I'm into teaching. And
Mm-hmm.
as a teacher, I have been a passionate teacher. My students used to adore me. I can simply quote you by the time suppose college timings were over, and I'm approaching to my car, and I would see some bouquet or greeting card lying on the bonnet of my car.
Yeah.
And I have worked in women college. It was not a kind of that was a youth phase, and I was teaching to the boys, and might be some prank kind of things they were playing. No, so I loved being a teacher. So thing is, love to share my ideas with my students even today. I
Mm-hmm.
want to become an inspiration, and because I'm this kind of person, openly I'm this kind of person. Like at this very moment when I am talking to you, my institution is situated in a rural area, and in rural area, people when it comes to the language, they become very, they take it away like it is English is a threat to their language. I'm tackling to that stuff also, but at the same time, I want to encourage them, like giving your examples now. When this, like you are going to post, I also have a very small scale YouTube channel also, and I keep on posting these kinds of videos there. And I used to share those videos with the students without
Mm-hmm.
being intimidated what the way students will take, so that
Yeah.
they must get encouragement that it is
Mm-hmm.
important in life. And moreover, watching these kinds of videos, like talking to you and having aware of your ideas, they may come up with the new avenues also, that what is the lying on the other side of the world, what is lying in the metro cities, how do the youth of today they have started thinking. So this is another hidden agenda of mine while I talk to people like you. Not only my English, just to present you as a Rajni, you as a youth icon in front of my young stuff.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. You are supporting us, and this is our, privilege to have like you, people like you. And as you mentioned, like, okay, if we take any particular course on any platform like Clappingo or English Yari, maybe some students are there or learners out there in India, they cannot afford Clappingo, though not at all. So it's somewhere it's difficult to find a partner then, because even we can purchase a course for 3 months like once, but after that if we don't continue this journey, don't practice, it will gonna reduce automatically your
Hmm.
fluency and everything. I have
Ex-
faced this. I took the course first for 3 months, and after that I was like I cannot buy it again, so I have started this thing doing like this. I can practice with the learners, so it will be helpful for me and for them too.
These kinds of conversations are definitely going to pose a threat for these online platforms, I think.
Maybe. Yeah, but people need this because they cannot afford. Everyone cannot afford. There are a lot of affluent people, they can do, but there are a lot learners, they are facing difficulty because everyone has to get a job, everyone has to face an interview, so they need to work, but they cannot afford clapping negotiations. So
Mm.
that's why.
And that this is a good thing. That's why I appreciated this approach. Yeah, and I was quite impressed for the first time. I noticed that the youngsters, they are talking to themselves, like they are talking, the one learner is talking to another learner. Then I started approaching, and this session is going to be third or the fourth one. And by the grace of the God, if when I approach to anybody, yeah, mostly they say, okay, ma'am, we can have a session with you. So
Yeah.
it's a great thing for me. It's a great thing for me.
Okay, now it's 25 minutes long video, so we have to wind up it
Yeah,
right here. But
yeah.
I want to know one last question, like how you keep yourself motivated while working, while learning. Like, students get easily frustrated after some time, so it is a big question.
Maybe, Miss Rajni, it's a kind of basic instinct inside me. But if I go back to my memory lane, I have come from a family where the birth of the girls initially was not so much appreciated. I think,
Yeah.
and might be that I grew up as a kind of some aggressive child. who wants to explore the world but was not given the opportunities at that time. And maybe that thing has kept my passion alive inside me. And now, when I have reached at a stage where I am the master of myself, you may say, now I have started utilizing that energy. And I want to provide the opportunities to everybody around me who might be probably passing through the same kind of challenges or the phase which I had passed through. Maybe this is the reason. Another thing, sometimes some basic instincts are there. Like I always, in all my talk programs, I always say I'm not a TV person. I don't appreciate daily soaps. For a minute, like I cross the room and it is on, it's okay. But I never bother whatever is going on. I simply focus at the maximum on news for some specific time, and I listen to the people because my I it takes me long, like if my journey is about 1.5 hours, then how to spend that 1.5 hours while I'm driving my car? I spend that time not listening. Yeah, I love music. I love every kind of music because it depends upon your mood and it elevates your mood also.
Mhm.
I love classics, I love ghazals, I love the pop music, Punjabi, I love everything. But most of the time I spend time on learning, like listening to motivational speakers. Then I note down what they say, in what way they say. And a number of times I would
Mhm.
park my car on the roadside and I will note down the words in the notebook of my smartphone. Then I move on. So I'm this kind of person. I go this way and I'm loving this journey. I love the kind of person. I love nature. I grow plants, and I'm quite fascinated by the this blooming of the flowers, plants, trees, and yeah, this is what I am.
So you mean if you have a strong desire of fire in your heart and enthusiasm, you will go, you will feel motivated all the time without any
Yes,
hurdles.
yes. I don't need to put in any extra effort for it. I take care of my family. I have three old parents in the house also, though I have the help with me. They help me a lot to take care of because without family support and without help, it's not possible because we are
Yeah,
not robots. And no one is a god that where magic can be created. We are simple, ordinary human beings. But
yeah.
you should have a desire that is my motto in life. And if we are to sum up, we all have just one life. कोई 7 जन्म नहीं होते. All those
Mm-hmm.
7 lives we are to live in one life. So this
Yeah.
is the only way. This is the only way you must go, I feel.
Thank, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for sharing your ideas, your journey with me. And yeah, it was nice talking to you. Thank you so much for approaching me.
Same here, dear. Same here. Thank you very much.
Bye bye. Have a nice
Bye
day,
bye.
ma'am.